Once again, welcome to the online class. Um, in this video, it is a continuation of degrees of comparison type 1. It is a continuation of degrees of comparison type 1. I hope I hope all of you have updated the positive, comparative, and superlative, the three forms in your grammar notebook. All of you take a grammar notebook. Just refer what you have written. Refer what you have written and follow this video. Then now we are going to see the second type. I already taught you in the previous class the first type. First type means another name I used. John is the tallest boy in the class. Just like that, I given another name. Tom is the tallest boy in the class. That means if you are taking a group, you are highlighting only the topmost. You are highlighting only the topmost or the least. That's the important thing. You are highlighting only the topmost or the least. The first type, the Tom is the shortest. See the difference between the first sentence and the second sentence. First sentence, Tom is the shortest boy in the group. The second sentence as well as it is the second type. Alex is one of the shortest boy in the group. Here I have mentioned the type 2, one among in the group. In the type 2, one among the group. The type 1 means you are highlighting only the topmost person or the least person. Here you are highlighting one among anyone in the group. One among anyone in the group except the top and the least one. Here Tom is the shortest boy in the group. Tom is the shortest boy in the group. Then how to change? This is the first one. Just to remind you once more. Just to recall you once more, the type 1 I will explain once more. Tom is the shortest boy in the group. How to change this one? The type 1. This is type 1. Type 1. Then how to change this one in the superlative? Short, shorter, shortest, shorter, shortest. Tom is the shortest boy in the class. Then we write in superlative. Comparative. Tom is shorter than any other boy in the class. When you write in comparative, when you write in positive degree, how to change that one? You have to use no other. No other boy in the class. Here no other is important. Other boy in the class is so shortest. That is important thing. So shortest Tom in the group. The same example I have given. The similar type of example, the type 2. Here you have used one of the. What is the reason behind that? That means you are selecting a group. We selected Tom as a topmost, the shortest boy, the the boy with the least height. That is Tom. Here we are taking another example. The second the type 2, we are taking Alex is one of the shortest boy in the group. That means we are taking one person in the group. We are taking one person, any one person from the group except the first and the last. First means taller and the shortest. Except the taller and the shortest, we are selecting anyone in the group. For that, you can use Alex. Take one example as name of boy. Alex is one of the shortest boy. That is the important thing. One of the shortest. One of the shortest boys in the group. Alex is one of the shortest boys in the group. And when you come across one of the, we remember in the assembly where the students, the one who handles the program, the assembly will highlight one of our friends, just like that, one of the shortest boys, just like that, one of the friends. One of the comes means you have to use the singular, plural subject. One of the comes means you have to use the plural noun or subject. Understood? Here just like that, here also Alex is one of the shortest boy in the group. How to change into a comparative degree? Here we have used any other. In the first type we have used any other, but in the second type we are going to use many other. The second type we are going to use many other or most other. Alex is shorter than many other or most other boy in the shall take. Alex is shorter than many other or most other. This is the important. Thing you have to keep in mind. Many other, most other boys in the class. Here, what you have seen, the first type, shorter than any other. You have seen when you take in the first type. When you take when you selecting one among them, when you write in comparative degree, Alex is shorter than many other or most other. Many other or most other boys in the class. Understood? When you come to positive degree, this is comparative, this is superlative. Very few boys in the class are as short as. Here, when you use the second type, you have to use very few. When you use the first type, you have to use no other. When you use the first type, you have to use, and the positive degree you have to use no other. And the second type, you have to use very few. Then plural subject, then followed by dashes. Very few boys in the class are as short as Alex. Hope you understood the difference between the first type and second type. The second type, I am going to give one more example. bad, worst. That's a bad is positive, worst is comparative, worst is a superlative. Then, and take one example. Oliver is one of the worst boy in the group. Oliver is one of the, this is important, one of the worst boy in the group. One of the worst boy in the group. This is superlative degree. When you write in comparative degree, then is important at the same time, just like this one. Many instead of many, any other, you have to use many other or most other. How to change this one? When you write this superlative, Oliver is one of the worst boys in the group. Worst boys in the group. That means he is one among the worst boys. That's the meaning of that. He is one among the worst boys. Meaning he is one among the Oliver is one of the worst boys in the group. Then when you write in comparative, as I told you, then as I taught you in the previous example, Alex is shorter than many other or most other boy in the group. Here also the same. Many worse than many other or most other boys in the group. Then when you come to positive degree, I told you you have to use very few. Very few boys. Here in the second type, you are selecting one among them, so you are writing positive, you have to use very few boys are as bad as Oliver in the group. Very few boys are as bad as Oliver in the group. Here bad means it is positive degree. Worst means it is comparative degree. Worst means it is superlative degree. It comes in reverse. Superlative comes first. For your understanding, superlative comes first, then comparative comes second, then positive comes third. I hope you have understood the second type of degrees of comparison. I will give one example. For you to solve. change to comparative and positive. The first example, that is Tagore is one of the second type. Is one of the greatest Indian poets. Tagore is one of the greatest Indian poets in India. Change to comparative and positive degree. Here, the comes means it is superlative. You can predict. You can finalize it that it is a superlative degree. So you have to change it to comparative and positive degree. When you have to come up for how to find out comparative degree. If then comes means it is called as comparative. Positive means as dashes or so dashes is there means it is positive degree. Write one more example. Change it to Madurai is bigger than many other or most other cities in Tamil Nadu. When you are writing for your understanding, I have written both many slash most. In any sentence, it will come only one option will be there. Many or most will be there. If you should not get confused. Many and most both are one and the same. Any one will be there only for your understanding. I have written both. Madurai is bigger than many or most other cities in Tamil Nadu. Than is there. Then what degree is this? Comparative. So you have to change it to positive. You have to change it to superlative and positive. Superlative means you have to use the bigger, biggest. Superlative means biggest. Madurai is the biggest city. Madurai is one of the biggest cities in Tamil Nadu. Just like that, seeing the previous model. We have to finish these two examples. Here, now I am going to give the short form, shortest way to write, the short form of degrees of comparison for the type 1 and type 2. here in superlative the short form for type 1 and type 2 I have given superlative, the est form will come. Here in the same type 2 one of the est, then comparative, then any other will come. In comparative type 2, then many other or most other. Positive, no other will come, no other. So dashes. Here the next type, very few as dashes. Please note down it. Put a heading, note and note down. Do after completing this one, when you get leisure time, finish all the examples which I have given. We will see the third type in the next class. I understood. Don't waste your time. Utilize your time and go through all the examples as well as the positive, comparative, superlative these words, and by heart these words, and go through all the examples and do the questions which I have given. Thank you. Have a nice day.